Today I'm going to be talking about Cool Breeze, our first Invitational, and it was on September 2nd, 2018.
Let's go, SC! Let's go!
Barely looking at the footage, but anyways, let's move on to everything that I'm going to talk about today. We ended up leaving around, around noon, 12:30ish. We got there around 3-ish, I think we did. It's about an hour, 2-hour drive from where we're at. The first race at 4:46 was our JV boys, which were Steven, Sebastian, Mauricio, and Jose. Later in the evening were the sophomore boys at 6:18 p.m., which were Juan, Cesar, and Alessio. After that were the freshman girls, Celeste and Alexa. Following them were the freshman boys, which were only Andres and Jose, different Jose. Then the sundown show, the varsity girls sundown showdown, which were Jenny, Daisy, Samantha, Marissa, Jasmine, other Jasmine, Aaliyah, and Jacqueline at 9:14 p.m. And then 9:34 was the race we raced with. So we got there. The bus driver actually, I think he missed a turn or he kept going straight, and we ended up actually going around the whole stadium and the whole golf course. But it was pretty nice because I had never seen the whole loop around it. So we drove around and then we saw the finish line and the porta potties all lined up like they were last year. A couple food trucks, U-Hauls, because they bring all the vendors bring out their stuff, and then they had two trucks of Carl's this year or last year. Yeah. This is where usually we get dropped off, but since there was a big old truck there, we had to get dropped off at the parking lot further beyond that. The first race, Cesar, Juan, and Alessio were in this race because I ended up missing the first race of the day, or the first race for us at least, which were JV boys, but this ended up being sophomore boys. Cesar got out strong. He was in the lead. Then after that came Juan, and then I don't think I got Alessio. I didn't even get the finish of that race, but I'll let you know the results. After that race was the freshman girls, which were Celeste and Alexa racing. We're waiting for them to start. You get kind of this nervous feeling because when you're on the line, every minute that passes by, you're like, oh, when are we going to start with them? The gun finally went off, and then we saw Alexa up in front, but I didn't see Celeste because she was kind of in the pack where everyone else was at. But Alexa took off pretty good too. And after that, we had saw Cesar first, but instead I went up a little further so you could see them all coming down. Alexa fell back a little, but it wasn't too bad for her first race. And then after came Celeste. And then saw again Alexa at the second loop, the second round of coming around. She kind of fell back a little bit more. 400 to 800 meters about left in the race. A lot of people passed by. I didn't get their finish. Didn't get the sundown showdown for the varsity girls. We had gone on our warm-up where we usually go, and that was everybody. It wasn't as cold as it was last year, and we went off to the darkness. Our race took off. We didn't wait that long, kind of towards the back as always, and I had like a hunchback kind of form. At Isai took off pretty strong, so he was in the front in the beginning. And Victor, and then next was Luis. After Luis was Jesse. The PV guys were ahead, and then soon after Isai comes in, Victor,
Let's go, Victor!
and Jesse.
Let's go, Jesse!
And after Jesse, and then I had actually started catching up. Luis was right behind Julian and I. He ended up getting like the last 100, which is the kick. The finish line was right there where he was at, and everyone else was training on. I was next with my horrible hunchback. It was Jesse, and then Julian right behind Jesse, and then Victor right behind Julian. So our spread wasn't too bad. So that was the end of our race. So then we went, after that we did our cool down around the park. Some guys were happy about their times and some weren't. But, so our team came in 7th with a total of 239 points. Our average spread was about 27 seconds, and then our team average ended up being 15.22, excluding 6th and 7th, because this is just top 5 that actually count for the team. But 6th and 7th are also important because they can score ahead of another team's 1 through 5, which brings them lower and can help us obviously have the lower points overall. And Claremont actually ended up getting first this race with a total of 68 points, which is pretty crazy, but we didn't do too bad out of 33 teams. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Our next race is Woodbridge, which is September 10th. See you next time.